Okay, wait for this. Don't stop watching. Don't stop. Don't stop. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Good morning, YouTube. Another Saturday morning, another long run. I think we're doing about 25 kilometers today. I have no idea what the vertical gain or loss is going to be. I'm in super chill mode today. So just gonna get out there and enjoy myself. Body is recovered, I haven't trained for a couple of days. Otherwise, I'm just going to use this run as another fasted run today. So I've been testing a lot of fuel lately. I don't need to keep doing that. I think I've got it basically dialed in. I'll try 1 or 2 more test runs basically with fuel, and then before the event, and then it should be good to go. But otherwise, it should be a nice day out. It's raining, 90% chance of rain. Like we get wet anyway, we sweat. Okay, so let's talk about fueling your endurance endeavors. Metabolic flexibility in basics is where your body has the ability to burn either fat or carbohydrates as a fuel source. Looking past all of the health benefits and becoming a good fat burner, the benefits will dramatically improve one's endurance capacity with the added advantage of ketones utilized by the working muscles and your brain. When endurance is the goal, understanding that a key factor to your performance is your body's ability to access energy. Whether this is through a dietary source like your sugar gels or your storage reserves like carbohydrates, which is what we store as glycogen, and body fat. If the body is typically more carbohydrate dependent, you will find that even a varied level of intensity, it will require an input of energy in form of carbohydrates to continue the effort. This is not unknown, as majority of endurance enthusiasts will take calories with them to stave off bonking or hitting the wall. You guys would have heard of probably hitting the wall or bonking before, but let's go over it if we haven't. Bonking is a condition of a sudden fatigue and loss of energy, which is caused by the depletion of glycogen stores, which is again how we store carbohydrates. Milder instances can be remedied by brief rest and the ingestion of food or drinks containing carbohydrates, which we already know about. So in basics, you either need to stop or continually nail your fueling system and caloric input for your desired length of effort.
We're just about to the top of Lura Cascades, the stairs there. So if you want to look at how many stairs we've done, cue video now. And we're back at the top. All right, so almost there, and then off to Wentworth Falls. say cheese. I'll do my stand. You'd have to say cheese, right? Cheese. Why did that?
Ever heard of the central governor theory before? The central governor is a proposed process in the brain that regulates exercise in regard to a neurally calculated safe exertion by the body. In particular, physical activity is controlled so that its intensity cannot threaten the body's homeostasis by causing anoxic damage to your heart muscles. This is so important to endurance training. So having your body increase its ability to burn fat stays off these things and keeps you from hitting the wall, or the central governor syndrome from kicking in. If your body perceives there is a lack of availability of fuel, i.e. you can only burn your sugar stores, you will either need to run the risk of shoving copious amounts of calories down your gob with the hopes of no digestive stress. Let's be honest, how many of us runners and cyclists have had stomach issues in the past? Or you will be forced to slow down. Having efficient access to your body fat stores is just an easy way to improve performance. Why? Because we have thousands of hours literally worth of energy on us in the form of fat. Your brain can maintain function with the ketones produced by breaking down the fatty acids, and your perceived effort will remain lower with the body having an abundance of energy from either the carbohydrates that you can still use or your body fat. Remember, you can train as much as you want. If your body perceives there is an energy crisis, you will feel fatigue, no matter how mentally tough you think you can be. This is a new way of improving endurance performance, so I completely understand if you have questions around this, but it has been a life-changing thing for me and so many of our clients. If you are thinking about diving in, trying to figure out what this is all about, shoot me a comment, shoot me a question, and I'll see if I can help you out.
Okay, so I had to pull that one short. So it was then gonna be about 22 kilometers. And I pulled the pin at 17 kilometers. I'm coming back down the hill before I prepare myself for the bigger hill at the end there. However, legs just feeling a bit fatigued, and then I got a real bad stitch right in the right side here. And as I was coming down these hills, and these hills last for like 2 or 3 kilometers downhill, right, or uphill. And just the impact of going downhill and that stitch kind of pulled the pin on me today. Now the reason that I didn't kind of push through it, particularly for people who don't know my modality and method around training, but I don't want to be mentally pushing myself at this point in my period or in my timeline. I'm just way too far out from the race to be mentally driving into and pushing myself to that level of degree where, look, if I push through the stitch, all I'm gonna do is ruin my running form. I'll probably be arched in the back, my hip flexors are gonna tighten up, my glutes and hammies can't work properly. It's just really not worth it, particularly, like I said, at this current stage within my program. It's more important to look after the body, and whenever these little signals happen, it's just something for you to note down, and if it happens again or chronically, okay, something needs to change. If it's got kind of a one-off, I would rather just leave it and say it was just a one-off. So get back to the car now, stop the watch, put a hike on, and I'll just smooth my way out of here.